Welcome to the Truth Over Fitness podcast.
With your hosts, Sir Earl Bell and
Our co-host Chie Figure Prodigy Terui from our Underdog Zone Top Studio. And today the subject is kids follow what you do.
right. They don't always follow. They rarely ever follow what you say, but they
Right.
will follow what you do.
Yes. We say that because right now, actually, my oldest daughter started to assist me as a trainer, personal training assistant. And because they grew up seeing me personal training our clients, and within my three kids, my oldest one, they're actually showing interest. So she working out herself, and she actually live in the city, but me or Earl actually FaceTime, and then we actually train her at her gym when she walks out. So I'm started doing that actually now because going into busy season, everybody want to get in shape. So what I thought from that is we always tell kids to how to eat right or work out, but actually they have been seeing me doing that, so easy for them to follow. Example is a lot of clients that come to us, they family actually member was not so healthy, unhealthy. The family, they either overweight or they have a lot of health issues. And they came to us to be healthy. So that's give them chance to actually change their family cycle because now they can get healthier and they work out now. They cook differently at home. So now children actually seeing that and follow. You know what I mean? So that's a truly really important, especially this America. Obesity is a still number one issue, right? So I think of how we grew up. If you don't want that, outcome, then somebody gotta change the cycle. You know what I mean? So, we always tell clients that if living with your family, and once you started doing it, and then now your husband started doing it, or then now your children started to, more pay attention to what they eat or how they work out. So it's almost like the trickle down too. You know what I mean? Instead of say, hey, be healthy, eat right, but then you eat in the McDonald's and Taco Bell, it's not gonna work.
Right.
Or hey, don't do drugs, and don't smoke weed, but you doing it all the time, so it's not gonna work.
That's why I always say, and it is my firm belief, kids, they don't always do what you say. Rarely ever will they do what you say, but they will do what they see you doing. And people would assume, and we hear this quite a bit, they would assume, oh yeah, if your kids work out because you own a gym and you work out. Well, my son, although he loves and does martial arts almost every day, he don't like to work out at all. He barely ever. He worked for me for a long time, for like 5 years when I first moved to where we're at, and I was glad that he did that, but it's not automatic that your kids growing up are going to eat healthy and work out. There's so many things. One thing I'm proud about with all our kids, they were all 4 raised together, is that they all have good work ethics because they see us every day for years, 3 decades, getting up, working hard every day. So that's really all they know.
Yeah.
And it's different from what we see in kids today. It's not a lot of good work ethics nowadays. But I feel our kids do that because they seen what we did. Not it's not necessarily the fitness or the eating right, although it does play a huge part in it.
Yeah.
What they've gotten from us is you look at them, they all work great jobs. They all work very hard. You always hear from their employees that they're a joy to work with or whatever. But, they're like my son loves working for a fast food place. I don't know where he get it from. But my concern is not to tell you where you work. It's for you to understand, work hard at what you do. It's paramount in giving. A lot of times, people are hired. You're hired to do your best work, and you agree into an agreement that they pay you on time. Okay, and your check clear. But you have to do your part of hard work, and that's why. And we do on our own place. We do a lot of interviews and hiring people and stuff like that, and just the ethics of people today, half-ass showing up to interviews. We could have never done that growing up, and our kids. I'd kill one of my kids if they treated their job like we seen kids treat their jobs.
I think it was such a actually fortunate things that what we done is we could have because we own our business, right?
Right.
We brought in our kids to our business since when they were freaking 8, 9, 10, 9. I didn't make them work, so please don't.
Child labor.
Don't say child labor. But that was my way to spend time with them because I was so long away, each day away from the house. And when I picked them up from the school, they come, this is what mommy do when mommy not with you. You know what I mean? So as we are parents, as a trainer, coaches, mentor, however we do at our business, actually our children saw it. So what happened is that they watched us how communicate with the clients, how we talk, how handle stress, how run a own business. So it's like they saw that. Now, so a lot of time, because the parents normally go to work, kids don't see that what they mommy and dad do at work
Right.
or how they act, right? But our actually children watch that since when they were young.
Right.
And then so that to me is a different than a lot of the parents or clients that, we train. But I think because we are such a hard worker, we are dream chaser. We, ambition. We are so ambitious about what we trying to do or being successful, and then it is just instead of tell them, they actually watched
Yeah.
and experienced.
And you see it in our kids, because not only, and it goes back to what I'm saying, kids watch what you do. And because of the way we raise our kids, which we don't have perfect kids, no one has perfect nothing.
Right.
But they dream, which is a rarity among this generation of kids. Our kids dream, set goals, follow dreams, and that's like I can remember when my son was going to age of high school, and he was taking a business class, and the business instructor was telling him this and this and that. And my son, being the smart ass that he is, was correcting the teacher. And the teacher was like, well, where did you learn all that from? He was like, my dad's owned the business since before I was even born.
Right.
So they knew a lot more as far as profit and loss and marketing and things like that. Things that you would only know if you had been a part of integral business.
Yeah.
And it was funny because my son said the teacher stopped the class and was like, where did you learn all that stuff from? And he's like, my dad. I go to work with my dad all the time.
Yeah, and I also this past couple of months, my all our children um, kind of went through the either from a working for corporate to actually becoming their entrepreneurship, right? Well, if they want to, they can get the job, and because they have a degree and they have been working with those big corporation, but they started seeing kind of, you know what, I can create it, and I
Right.
think those comfortability
Right.
is coming from what we actually do every day,
Right.
and because we work for ourselves, and which is when you don't work, you don't get paid.
Right.
Okay, so you gotta hustle, right?
Right.
So they are go getter. They have a lot of great ideas, and when you take action, that idea can be actually leads to business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm so proud of them to not to being scared. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, my mom used to say, "Well, you got to find a job first. Don't quit the job. You know what I mean? You got to find it next job first so you can quit this job."
Right.
But meantime, you know what I mean, you depressed. You have to go through this, hard time to dealing with within a corporation and what they went through, and actually to see them relief from that, and now they can be able to think, oh, okay, what can I do, and what's my talent can lead to making money
Right. And
and being successful.
that's part of the reason why Amalia, which is the oldest one child, she's very, very successful. She's always had a job as a supervisor at Uber, but she also has built a side business of doing eyelashes.
Eyelash, right? And then now she have a website to do selling her product.
Right.
And so as my son, he have an auto engineering degree and graduate from Northwestern, and but now he took it upon himself to follow his passion, which is music.
Right.
Instead of a big corporation, he working as an audio engineer and hustle,
Right.
get the gig and do DJ and, working for a record shop. And but yes, you might not get paid six figure, but he's a much happier.
Right.
And I will actually choose that because you know what? At the end of the day, the the job you will spend most of the time in your life, right? Lifetime. So if you hate your job, you hating your job already, that means, but you spend freaking 8 to 10 hours a day
Right.
for another 40 years of your life. And you're going to be hate your life pretty much,
Right. Yeah.
But now, because you see the possibility that we lay through, and now don't get me wrong, it's freaking hard, right? You know what I mean? And
Very.
yeah, but even though not only actually the business, but as a me competing,
Right.
they can say my mom never gave up.
Right.
Even though she didn't win for 10 years and then she kept going, so now she won and then she became a pro, so that we showed them a possibility of what happened with the hard work and believing yourself, and all of that goes into
And that falls in with what we were saying at the beginning of the podcast. I am I am very happy and blessed that, like I said in the beginning, kids don't always follow what you say. They follow what you do. So when they've seen you, first and foremost, dream, which a lot of this generation does not, because they're already programmed to not dream and just go work and be miserable your whole life. And we knew a lot of people that grew up that way, now they're adults and they even having heart attacks and ulcers and all type of stuff.
right, because you know what, when you watch the social media, or not even social media, matter of fact, one of my clients' daughter, she talk just like her,
Right.
right? Or act like her, right? So Where did I get it from?
Right.
Where she get it from? She
Yeah.
get it from you,
Exactly.
right? So it's, they was watching you everything.
Yeah.
And then these, like I said, on the social media, little kids, cursing, yeah, because that's how you talk. Or, the daughter talked to her dad like she talking, the
Yeah.
wife was talking to the father. I mean,
Right.
mother was talking to the father. So it's crazy the fact that children are so smart and
Yeah.
they always watch you what you do and know how to manipulate things. You know what I mean? So I always say, it's because the fitness for us is to create the consistency and discipline and not only lose weight or gain muscle. It's truly what we getting benefit from the weight training is that part, right? And then so that is our kids actually got it.
Right.
And then now if we taking an action, if
Right.
you wanted to make it happen, this is what you can do.
Right. We try to live our life by the principles of what fitness or bodybuilding or figure or they teach you. And this is what I try to tell people all the time. The principles that you learn as far as goal setting, dreaming, working hard, these things are way more important than you having bigger arms and a bigger chest and a big ass. It's way more important because you can take it and apply it to so many aspects of your life. And how I was as a young person, what I believed, which was nothing, I would have never wanted my son to be that. But what I became and how I see it affects him, how it affects my kids, everything, that's what I always wanted. And I learned those from the principles.
Yeah, which is our action become their blueprint
Exactly.
of how they should be living.
Right. That's why I always say they don't follow what you say. They follow what they see you do.
Right. So today I want you guys to kind of ask yourself, what I'm showing the people or your, family member, children, whoever you surround yourself, who look up to you. What are you showing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Kind of ask yourself that. So if you don't want your children to be, certain way, then you gotta be that way.
Right.
So I think it's kids follow really what you do, and either you are paying attention or not paying attention.
Right.
They know, they everything of who they are right now that's pretty much they learned from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bad habit and good habits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So be the example and, be the standard. And also if you, be the legacy. You know what I mean? So that our actions becomes their blueprint. So I want you guys to remember that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's it for our podcast. And I hope you guys have a great day today. And if you like our podcast, please hit like and share and subscribe. So until next time, have a great day. And
This is your man, Sir Earl.
and this is Chie Figure Prodigy Terui. Bye.
Bye-bye.